going before somebody requests that I do that, because I know somebody's going to request that I do that. Where the hell did my Zoom controls go? Oh my goodness. Live transcript. Enable. All right, done. So good to see everyone here. Welcome to another spectacular and thrilling week here in our community. John Lavinia here with you, as I typically am. Of course, we also have Karen, who will be hosting this week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, because I'm going to be on a plane. You know where I'm going? Can anybody guess where I'm going on Thursday? Take a wild guess. Any guesses? It's domestic.
Vegas?
No, not Vegas. I've just been to Vegas. Still recovering from Vegas.
Jersey.
Halloween
No.
party.
No. Texas. Somebody says Texas. No. South Dakota. South Dakota. I've never been to South Dakota. So I thought, what the hell? Let's go to South Dakota, right? No, actually, my daughter's birthday, which was last week, one of the things that she likes is this, I guess, comedy troupe called Dude Perfect. Anyone ever heard of this? Dude Perfect. 5 guys that met in college, and they do like stunts where they'll launch like a basketball out of a cannon and try and shoot it, 10 football fields away into a basket. And they made like human-sized hamster wheels that they can run around in and get through the maze. And they do all this wacky, zany kind of stuff. And my daughter loves it. So we're going to see them live. Apparently, they're performing live.
Did they have a YouTube channel?
Oh, yeah. They got like millions of followers on YouTube. Yeah. They're just doing zany antics and whatever. Right. So we're going to go do that, get out a little bit and see another part of this amazing country that I am in. And and in the meantime, we are just cranking with work. I've gotten the opportunity to speak with some of you recently, more in a smaller group and some one-on-one settings. And my goodness, have we got things building up here in the fourth quarter. I'm really excited about that. Wanted to talk with you a little bit about that today, because we do have some people who are new here and who I would like to help you get up to speed as quickly as possible, because it does not have to take a long time for you to start building momentum with this. So that's my, I guess the topic that I'll offer you here today is what are you expecting? Well, here's the question. What are you expecting it to take for you to get to the point where you are profitable, right, with your enterprise? And this may not be your only enterprise, right? Some of you have been in other businesses or are currently in other businesses or working jobs or whatever. But I want you to consider something that a lot of people kind of brush over, simply because they've never experienced this before, right? So it's a new realm. So they don't quite know what to expect. I guess that's the main thing I'm looking at, is what do you expect that it's going to take for you to get your business into a position where you want it to be. Now, all of us, all of us showed up here with a goal. Hopefully we did, right? You came here with some idea of increase for yourself, your family, your lifestyle. Yes. Okay, good. So you've got a purpose for being here. This isn't just a hobby. So that's nice, because there's lots of other arguably more entertaining hobbies that you could have. And yet here you are, right? So you're here with a purpose. And part of that purpose, unapologetically, I think, should include making money. Good. All right. How much money? So hopefully you've got a target, right? And it's not like the ultimate, the final retirement amount. Okay. Not at the outset anyway, but you learn these methods, you start putting them into play, and then you're rewarded for that, right? You're exchanging, right? This whole business, any business really, if it's based on, supply and demand, is based on exchange, the law of exchange. And those who outflow value shall inflow money. That's just law, right? Think of it like the tide. The tide goes out, the tide comes in. That's just how it works, right? It's law. So since we're going to be working with the law here, the question that comes up for me when I observe what a lot of people do when they get into not just this, but any new enterprise, is they're vague about, maybe not so vague about the goal and what they want, but vague about what it takes to actually get it. Now, I was talking with one of my favorite members here today. I could say that about a lot of you, but I got to have a little bit of one-on-one time with one of you actually last night, Sunday night for me. And the idea came up, this idea that this is a slow build, that this is a long road. And I was thinking, well, hold on a second here. Hold on. Okay. So there's millions being made online every day already, with or without you. Okay. And now you've decided to join the mix. So then the question is, if we're perceiving this as a long road, what is it that we haven't engaged in that could accelerate the process? Right? Because the path is already laid out. I'll tell you what the long road is. The long road is like being the pioneer, right? Hey, we've got this whole new thing called the internet, and we're going to pioneer this thing. That was a long road, going back a couple decades. All right. But now, my goodness, we've got proven methods. We're not like experimenting here, right? And Rachel's not a unicorn. Last time I checked, right? She's a person, and she does things, and it's the same things that you're learning to do here. She just does them at orders of magnitude greater than the newbie who just showed up, right? Right now, you're at a 0 statistic, and her statistics are much higher. And so here's the question then: how do we accelerate our statistics? And so the thing I was talking about with this member was to set a target, like a date. A lot of times we have like financial targets, right? We have goals, we have things we want to accomplish, but by a certain period of time, which is good. Okay. But I think what's also instructive is if we have targets for action targets, doing this, right? In my first book, Integrity is Everything, I talked about an integrity list. Okay. So a lot of people are familiar with a gratitude list, right? So let's say you've experienced, some, down emotions, and, you're down in the dumps and whatever. Okay. Well, a good exercise to do would be to get out a piece of paper and a pen and just start writing down stuff that you're grateful for. And what are we grateful for? Well, we're grateful for stuff we have, right? I've got my 5 physical senses. I could see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. I've got my ability to think, my ability to work. I've got my family, my health, and on and on. Oh, you know what? I got a nice office here. And next thing you know, you're noticing more stuff because we're grateful for what we have. I have. And gratitude can induce what? A higher emotional state, right? It's not just, oh, what was me or anything like that. So now we're in a state of gratitude and of appreciation. And what we validate expands, right? So let me notice what's working. What is working? Something's working. And we could say that for everyone who showed up here, right? You survived up to this point. Well done. Congratulations. Okay. Now you didn't come this far just to come this far, right? So you know where we're going next. Hopefully you do, right? You've got the next chapter written already in the book. Okay. But still the question comes up. Are we focused on what we have or what we lack, what we haven't accomplished yet? So a gratitude list is good. Well, similarly, we can make an integrity list. And that list can include all the things that we said we would do and that we did. Everything we didn't screw up that day. Okay. And if you're feeling low on inventory of things to write, start with tiny little things. I got out of bed and I didn't break my leg when putting my foot on the floor. Well done. Okay. So you did. That may sound silly. Okay. But if you're scraping bottom, all right, there's the bottom. You ate breakfast and you didn't choke on the food. Well done. What a great action that you accomplished. That's a done, baby. Done. All right. What else did I do today? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I did the gear bubble thing and I got the thing that would, so you start noticing more and more things that you do right. You gave yourself a directive and you followed it, right? And you did that and you did that. Done, 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 done. And that again raises our emotional state because we recognize that, we're not a total screw up. I've done some good stuff. Yeah, the money isn't in the bank account yet, but my goodness, with a high integrity person like me at the helm, that's a guaranteed future outcome. Now we're talking. Okay. And with that attitude, now we can look at what orders of magnitude greater can we engage in to accelerate, to reduce, to compress the amount of time it takes to get from point A to point B. Now, you don't know all the drama on the path. More is revealed as you walk the path, right? I like to hike and I'm going up the mountain. And then I didn't see that rock before, but now that I'm at this point of the trail, now I can see that rock, right? So more is revealed on the path. But you can walk, you can crawl, you can run, you can take rocket ship rides, you can do whatever you want if you're expecting to get to the summit, so to speak. All right. So we got to be very clear about where we're going. But at the same time, we've got to be clear about the effort that it actually takes to get there. I remember when I was hiking the Grand Canyon. So in fact, one of the greatest things my wife and I ever did, we took this 5.5-day rafting trip from Lee's Ferry, which is like the Utah border, Lake Powell, right? So the beginning of the Grand Canyon. And we're going downriver for 5 days, camping on the beaches. This is an organized tour group, right? So like you have to book it a year in advance, and it was like $1,500, and they got a cook, and they got the, everything you need to have a glamping type experience. Although that first night was not glamping at all. It was like a windstorm that came through the canyon, blowing the sand and taking water out of the river, and we were covered in sand and filth. First night ever camping in my life. I remember hiding under a tarp with my wife as the wind and sand were blowing over. And I said, camping is awesome. My first Jersey boy, right? Here I am camping in the Grand Canyon. So anyway, at the end of that 5.5 days, some people continue on for another 8 days, all the way to Lake Mead, right? The Nevada border. That's the end of the Grand Canyon. And some of us in the group were just doing like the half river trip, and then we'll hike out the Bright Angel Trail. And so when we were being prepared for our hike out of the canyon, which is 10 miles and 4,800 feet incline, we were told several things in preparation for this hike, which is for many people the most intense hike they've ever done, right? So 10 miles straight up. And we were told, number one, don't feed the squirrels. Don't feed the squirrels. Don't approach the squirrels. The squirrels are going to ask you for food. Don't give the squirrels food. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. One guy did it. He got bit. Okay, the squirrels are not friendly in Grand Canyon, just so you know. They're kaibab squirrels, and they're very aggressive. They're cute, though. Then kind of like that movie Gremlins. Remember the Gremlins? They're all cute. And then, so yeah, don't feed the squirrels. Second thing is, here's a tube of Pringles potato chips. They issued each of us tubes of Pringles potato chips to put in our pack. And here's apples and water. Okay. On your way you go. Okay. So why Pringles potato chips? Well, because they're conveniently tubed, and apples, right? So we had carbohydrates, we had salt, we had water. Okay. Got to have those things. Okay. And so we were prepared. Don't feed the squirrels, eat salt. Here's your carbs. Right. And we did it. Right. A couple hours later, next thing you know, we're on the rim, and we did it. But we were prepared for the effort, significant effort, that it would take to go from the river to the rim, and do it today, right? And not have helicopters come and save you, and not die like the guy 2 weeks ago. For real. Okay. Yeah, I remember when we did this, there was a guy from England who came to Arizona, which people come from all over the world to experience the Grand Canyon, and he died of hyponatremia. He had water, had no salt. You're dead. All right. Electrolytes. Got to have electrolytes. So anyway, so that's real. That's real. And because we knew we are now engaging in this effort, and we will do it fully and to completion, there was decisiveness about that. Okay. Now I know I'm giving you a metaphor here, but hopefully you can relate this to your business. Here's what you don't have with your business that we did have with the hiking experience. Okay. We do have a known summit, or in this case, the rim, right? We're hiking out of a canyon. Okay. But like getting up a mountain, there's a known summit. And because others have climbed it before, there's maps and, topography, and you can say, oh, this is your inclines, and here's the switchbacks and whatever. Okay. But here we're a bit more subjective, a bit more vague. What does that summit look for you? How long does it take? What's the distance, and what's the inclination or declination between the point of origin and, the destination? Well, that's kind of up to you. Okay. But here's what most people do. They underestimate the effort that it would take to get to the summit or to their goals. So what I'm going to offer you is that you can reassess all that, and you can say, well, what can I do right now? Right? If I was to give 100% throttle, 100% effort to these actions, these are the actions that will move the needle forward for me in my business most readily, most expeditiously. Okay. They may or may not, be high leverage activities at the moment. I'll give you an example. So this person I was talking to last night, I said, set a target date for when you will come out publicly on this forum and announce to everyone that you are no longer sitting at zero sales, that you have at least one sale. And I don't care what the date is. You just pick the date. Could be today, could be tomorrow, could be next week. I don't know. You pick the date. And then whatever you've got to do to put a statistic on the board, something greater than zero. Could be 1 million. I don't know, but no zeros. and then do whatever you've got to do to get off of zero, whatever you got to do. Tell the world, right? Induce someone to buy something. Hey, mom, I don't care. Somebody has to buy something. Says me and says you. Okay, great. Okay, so now we have an action. Now, so they're going to go retire because they made a couple of coffee cup sales or something? No, but they're not going to be looking at a zero anymore. And again, on the integrity list, we can say, I sold this by whatever means. Okay, now I say this to you as someone who, in my world and what I've been doing, for decades, I could sell in my sleep, right? I all the time. In fact, the way I look at it, everything is sales, right? We're communicating right now. I'm selling you an idea. Maybe you're buying it. Maybe you're not. I don't know. Okay. But hopefully you are, because I'm doing this for your sake, not for mine. Go cause somebody to make a decision. Go cause somebody to receive the benefits that you have prepared. You have supply. All we're doing now is inducing demand or augmenting demand that is already existing. Right. So there are people who drink liquids out of, ceramic receptacles, right? Those are called coffee cups and stuff. All right. So once we've got that method working, and once we've decided that, yes, this shall work for us starting now, when would now be a good time for this to start working for you? Oh, now? Okay, great. All right. So now we can apply those methods into other products and offers and what have you. We heard just before we went live here, some people were talking about Etsy, having multiple Etsy accounts. Okay. Yeah. You can have multiple appearances on Etsy. You got your Amazon store. Here's eBay. Here's some people are getting into Shopify and other custom websites and lots of buy buttons, right? Rachel's talked to you about that. I'm sure she has. More buy buttons, more things for people to click on and exchange with you. So you're building that empire, right? But we're doing it deliberately. And I'd say we do it, if we're going to estimate wrongly, let's estimate, too much effort. That's fine. Let's exceed our goals. This is an idea I got from my friend Grant Cardone, where he talks about, he calls the 10x principle, right? So whatever you think your targets are, 10x those, and then 10x the amount of energy, right? And then, let's say you missed the 10x target. Okay, fine. I've missed lots of targets, but we eight times or 7 times our original goal. Oh, well, that's nice. Great. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to do this, do it fully. Now, I'm thinking right now about who else but Lucy / Missy / one of my favorite people in the galaxy. And I was thinking about how we could also start to have considerations about this. Like, have I become obsessed? Have I, let's say you actually follow my instructions right now, and you're like, hell yeah, we're going to hit this so damn hard, we won't even recognize ourselves anymore. So then right there is the clue. Maybe we don't recognize ourselves anymore. Is that okay? Well, let me quote Napoleon Hill, and then you can do what you like with this. He talked about going after your desire with a white hot obsession. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. A white hot obsession. Now, that doesn't sound like, balance in life and drinking coconut drinks. And we'll get to the coconut drinks later. By the way, it gets boring really fast. But to produce at that level and to have that much intent and a white hot obsession, hey, you might not recognize yourself for a little while. And then you'll have a new comfort zone. And that's okay. That's okay. Your new comfort zone is you are a production machine. I've talked about a couple times my secret weapon, who's in the next office over there. It's my wife. And she is a dynamo of production. Like, holy crap, does she get stuff done? She's got a bit more of a proclivity for so-called multitasking than I do. But someone who's operating at a high level and knows what they're here to do and does it, right? Not sitting there with like indecision and all these considerations about it. Things just get done. And so I can marvel at that. I've got an example personally in my life of someone who is marvelous in the way that they, create the spectacle of production that the world gets to see. And so could that be you? It could be. Now, I'm not saying you chase, 15 rabbits, because then you catch none of them. Okay. But chase this one, damn it. Chase it and get it to the point where you've got some stats, which can now be optimized. And then you add other methods, right? And next thing you know, we're having a whole different conversation because you're a whole different person come this time next year or whatever time frame, arbitrary, target dates we're putting on stuff. That's all arbitrary, right? It's up to you. But the point is, if you don't do it, if you don't set targets, well, man who shoots at nothing is sure to hit it. Okay, so let's set some targets unapologetically, right? That's what I think. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Let's open up the floor. And if not now, then when, right? I mean, we're here to get some stuff done. It is the fourth quarter. Like, it is upon us. Anybody got some thoughts about this? Whatever this topic is, you guys know I never know what I'm going to say until I hear it. Hey, Missy, and then we'll go to Wendy.
I just want to, I mentioned the word luck before, and of course, there's no such thing. But the other night, unbeknownst to Bob and me, we followed this priest who was his teacher in the seminary. He used to have a YouTube channel, got kicked off. He has his own channel on Rumble. We turn it on, and what do I see sitting on his desk is one of our mugs.
Bam.
He advertised this months ago. This is how we got our first sale. And this time he said our names. He didn't know who it was from the first time. We just sent it to him as a thank you. And, but we couldn't enclose a note or anything. He says our names. He advertises it. I think I got one sale from it. But it's just, it's surreal. It's like seeing your stuff on TV. You know, I mean, it's just, that was not luck. That's my expectations of making that happen and seeing. I'm not trying to think so linearly, in a linear fashion. Yeah. I'm trying to think more. I expect this, and this is going to happen no matter what. And the snowball is happening already. It's very small snowball, but that's how they start. And the avalanche is coming. And that's a symbol. That was a sign to me that is coming. And no matter what I have to do, I'm going to do it. And I even made friends with Gear Bubble. That's part of my journey.
Call the press.
So,
my goodness.
it wasn't luck that he had that on there. It was me saying, you know, constantly in my mind and in my heart and in my fingers and everything else, this is going to happen. So
Right. Now, Missy, did you have any?
Where's the more people? He has thousands of followers.
Right. So that was, we could say, unorthodox. Okay, but valid. Right. So who makes the rules here? Who makes the rules? Missy makes the rules. I like that. Right. So send the guy the cup, get it on TV. Yeah. Beautiful, Missy. Well done, my friend. And here comes some more sales. And we're not surprised by it. Right. No surprises. Nothing lucky about that. Well done, Missy. I saw Wendy's hand and now I don't. Hey, Wendy, did you have a comment?
Yes, thank you, John. Yes, this is my first call. I woke up at 4 a.m. and I thought, oh, shall I go back to sleep or will I log on?
No, no sleep allowed. No.
Yeah, so I've my Etsy store's been open for a month and I just have this goal. I spend 2 hours a day, no matter what. I put 10 listings in, no matter whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. I do those 10 listings every day, no matter what. And I have a goal of having about 450 items in my Etsy store by Christmas. And like the brain is starting to run out of ideas, but I'm just, look, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to throw the spaghetti at the wall and just keep it going, and someone's going to buy something sometime. My brother has bought something, but in terms of sales from real people, where there's been no coercion, but I'm just determined, 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, just do it no matter what.
Right. Wow. All right. So Wendy's going to get it done, everybody. I hear the resolve in her voice. Glad you're here, Wendy. Welcome. Welcome to the crew. All right. I think I saw Maggie and Michael. Hey, Maggie, you got a comment?
Do I have a comment? No, I just want to make sure I was visible.
Where's the dog?
I have noisy dogs in here. So
where are they?
I dog sit. There's 2 extras, and I dog sit in a really nice part of Newport, which is great, down near the Wedge on the peninsula. I don't know. Can you see them? That's Roscoe, and that's Jack's over there.
Hey.
But they're kind of noisy. So anyway, I got the blinds
Well, thank you
down.
for being on policy. Our policy around here, Wendy and everyone, is that if a dog barks while your microphone is unmuted, you must present the dog so that we can all enjoy the dog. Thank you. All right.
Yeah. So I'm inside today. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good.
I'm gonna get a lot of work done, hopefully.
All right. Glad you're here, Maggie. Always good to see you. Let's go to Michael, and then anybody else wants to talk, come on out, raise your hand. Hey, Michael,
Hey, hi. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather. I got my shot. I feel like garbage. So
Oh my goodness.
I am here. I wanted to say that I took advantage over the weekend of one of the sessions and I learned about using a different program. And I took one of my listings, my worst listing, which had an F grade, up to an A minus using
Hmm.
these things. So there are opportunities to very inexpensively or free to increase the SEO. Now we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that this will be a trend, and if I follow that trend, the money will also show up. So I just thought that was kind of neat that I could, take my worst and make it my best, kind of thing. So
Fantastic. And what program were you using for that?
Marmalade,
There you go.
yeah,
So everybody get that? Yeah. Okay.
and that's strictly for Etsy. Though eRank will do different platforms.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the same price. If you do it for free version or pay like $15 or $20 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I tend to just pay the money, get the whole thing. Of course, in my world, I've got so many, SaaS, software as a service. I've got so many subscriptions and this and that. So it's thousands of dollars a month to run our businesses, but it makes us a little bit more than that. So that's good.
Yes.
So a lot more than that. All right. Good times, Michael. Thank you for sharing.
Thank
All right. Anybody else? Any other thoughts today on how we can increase our production by orders of magnitude? Any other thoughts on this today or any questions? Are we good? Carol?
Yeah, I want to ask a question, and I'm sorry about this, but some of you know I've been here for about a month, and I've still yet to set up my Etsy store. I seem to have real problems understanding this. So I'm not asking for you to actually go through that now, but is it just worth me writing to V and saying, look, can somebody just go over this with me, because I just want to start selling my designs that I've created. So
Mhm.
I've got my Gear Bubble open and I've got an Etsy account, but I'm sort of confused with like spot niches and all the other bits that seem to be in the training. So all I want to do is get something listed on Etsy.
Mhm.
If I can just get that far. And I just need some help other than just the training, because I'm just not getting it. So it's a plea
Mhm.
for help.
Okay. Well, there's a couple things you could do. One is that people get together on here out of session. So like right now we're in session, and whenever we're not in session, this room's open. And so people like to help
Yeah.
each other in here. The other thing is we do have an advanced group, which I think you're learning about right now as you're going through the accelerator program. So definitely get with V and have her get you through the rest of that, because you may qualify for participation with like working directly with Rachel and the top experts in the industry,
Right.
where they can get a whole
Okay.
lot done alongside of you that, a lot faster than you can do on your own. That's like an
Right.
invitation only kind of a thing. The other
Yeah.
thing that I'll mention to you is certainly the help desk, and there's multiple help desks. So help at help at lowhangingecom.com, help
Yeah,
at
I know that.
lowhangingecom.
Yeah.
The other one is Etsy themselves. Now I've heard from other people here who are in direct communication with Etsy. Oh yeah, they're very nice, very helpful. Yeah, they'll help you out. There's also the Gear Bubble support, which I believe is seller at gearbubble.com. So if you're having integration troubles there, if anyone knows better than what I just mentioned, then please go ahead and put it into the chat. Missy, I know she has every
Etsy's not
contact on
answering
the
the
planet
phone,
for any.
John.
Yeah, Missy, go ahead.
Etsy's not answering the phone. There's, where we are now, they don't answer the phone, but if Carol gives me her email, I'll help her later. It really won't take that long.
Great.
So
There you
Thank
go,
you.
Carol.
just put your email to me directly in the chat and I'll help you
There you go.
later.
Seller at gearbubble.org. Thank you, Tina. And then, yeah, Carol, go ahead and private message Missy, who else? And she will.
Missy on
assist.
here is Missy.
Oh, who else? I'm listed
Who
as who
else?
else? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, who else?
She likes to come up with funny names, for the Lucille Ball.
Right.
And
I'm just looking for her now.
yeah, right. Okay, very good. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and wrap up with that. And let's see, Karen will be here with you tomorrow. and I'll be here with you on Wednesday. So those of you who are meeting on business launch sessions today, I look forward to seeing you there. And in the meantime, let's get some stuff done. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a part of this group. We're just getting started. We'll see you real soon. Bye for now.